Hey there, my yogi friend. Thank you so much for joining me here on my YouTube channel. In today's class, we're going to be focusing on releasing anger from the body. So because of that, we'll be using poses that mainly target the liver meridian. So when this meridian is out of balance, it can manifest in our bodies and in our life experiences as anger. So with these poses, we'll hopefully bring a little bit more balance there and help you to release a little bit of that angry feeling. I'm going to recommend that you have 2 blocks and a strap and a rolled up towel or blanket for this class. So when you've gathered your props and you're ready to come down onto your mat, we'll meet in a comfortable seat, just like I am in here right now. You can sit up on top of a block or on the edge of a blanket. Hands can come to your knees. Sit up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders down your back. And let's go ahead and start with just taking a deep breath in and exhaling it out. One more time, take a big breath in. With your exhale, let your shoulders drop down your back. Once again, take a big inhale. And with that exhale, imagine some of that anger slowly leaving the body. Take a few more breaths here, arriving into your body. And perhaps just taking a moment to feel where in the body this anger is residing. Give yourself this moment to notice where you might be feeling the anger. Does it show up in your heart? Do you feel it as tension in the shoulders or the neck? Is there any uneasiness in the stomach? Tightness in the hips? Take a few more breaths here, arriving into this feeling and simply allowing yourself to sit here with that anger. It's not uncommon to feel or to believe that anger is something bad that we shouldn't feel. So many of us tend to suppress that anger. Some of us don't even allow ourselves to feel angry. So take these next few breaths to allow yourself to see what's come up, simply without reacting, just observing, noticing if there's a tendency to judge this anger. See if you can just take a step back for a moment from judging. Perhaps just affirming, saying, okay, I'm angry. I have this angry feeling. And that's just how I feel. And go ahead and take 3 more deep breaths here. With each exhale, imagining that you're releasing some of that resistance to feeling your anger. With each inhale, imagine that you are allowing yourself to feel this angry feeling. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes and we'll make our way into our first posture. We're going to come down into Sphinx pose with a little variation here. So you're going to want to use your rolled up blanket or towel for this. And you're just going to place that down on your mat and lie right on top of that, placing it right around your belly button, so right along the belly. come onto your forearms, stack your shoulders above your elbows. You can either have your head lifted here, or you might support it with a block, playing around with the height to see what is the best height to let you relax here in this shape. And once you've found your variation, take a breath or two to resolve to be still. Allow your body to soften. Let your shoulders come down away from your ears. Soften your stomach. Soften through the backs of your legs, through the glutes. Soften your chest. Release some of the tension in the jaw and in the face. And as you begin to soften the body, can you begin to soften some of that resistance? Coming into this allowing, this feeling of acceptance. Allowing yourself to feel what you're feeling. And with each exhale, gently allowing some of that tension to leave your body. Gently press into your forearms, roll over onto your side. Go ahead and remove your blanket out of the way. And we're going to come right into a side seal. So from here, bend your knees, walk your left hand out to your side using it kind of like a kickstand. And this is really a side stretch here through the left side of your body, and you can control that intensity by walking the hand a little further away from you or closer to you. You can rest your right hand on your thigh or wrap it around your back, letting that hand dangle or placing it down next to your left hip. Drop your shoulders down your back and soften through your stomach, coming back to your breath, in and out of your nose. Resolving to be still. Allowing yourself to be here with that emotion of anger, but also beginning to allow that anger to leave your body. It may have served a purpose. It may have surfaced to show you something about yourself. It may have served your growth, your expansion, your understanding of yourself and others. And now it's okay to let go of whatever tension you've accumulated in your body. Very slowly begin to unwind. If you had your arm around your back, take it around to the front, and we'll take it right into the other side from here. Swing your legs around to the opposite side, keeping your knees bent, and walk your right hand out to your side, any amount that would feel good here. Left arm can stay on your left thigh or wrap around your back. Drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Softening through that right side, allowing the belly to hang. Allowing your whole body to soften. Softening the neck and shoulders. Letting your breath flow through your body. Letting it release some of that tension, some of that angry feeling. Gently bring your spine back upright and come into a seat. For our next posture, we're going to come into a butterfly pose. So you're going to bring the soles of your feet together and then take them any distance away from your groin that would feel good. And a nice option here to allow you to relax the inner thighs and let the knees drop out can be to create a little strap here and place it around your back. And then place the other part around your feet, tightening that strap here, any amount that you need, in order to kind of hold the knees here in place, hold your back upright, and we're going to be folding forward from here. So if this feels like enough for you, you can just stay right here, upright, maybe have the hands by your side. You can also support your knees with your blocks if you don't have a strap. And then if you are going to be folding forward, allow your back to round for this one, and you might want to adjust this strap a little bit as you come forward. You can just rest your forehead on a block, either in front of your feet or even right on top of your feet. Or if your feet are really far away on the inside, you might also just rest your forearms on your blocks here. And let your shoulders drop down away from your ears. Take a moment to get settled into your variation of this shape. Taking a breath or two, resolving to be still. Letting the body arrive back into this softness, into this gentle surrender. Surrendering to what is. And simply allowing yourself to feel, to be with this angry feeling as you let it gently leave your body. Breathing into any of those areas where you feel the tension has accumulated. Whether that's your heart, your face and jaw, your your shoulders. And can you take a moment while you're marinating here in this shape to begin letting go of that angry feeling? Gently press down into the floor to lift yourself back up. Go ahead and take your props off to the side. If you were using your strap, you can go ahead and remove that. And for our next pose, we'll come into a wide-legged straddle pose. If you'd like, before coming into that, to just take a moment here and windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Take a moment to do that. And when you feel ready, come back to stillness. Take your legs out nice and wide. It might feel nice here to sit up on top of the edge of a blanket, especially if you feel like you're dumping a lot of weight into the lower back to keep the spine upright. Knees and toes point up towards the ceiling. And we're going to be folding forward, but before we come all the way forward right in front, we're going to take a forward fold towards each side, towards each leg. So let's start off with the right leg. You may want to have a block for this. And go ahead and turn towards your right leg. Your forehead can rest on top of that block at any height. And you can play around with how close you are towards that right knee. So if this is feeling too intense, you might walk a little bit further towards your center and just start off there. Remembering that with time, our body usually begins to soften into the shape. And once again, let your shoulders come down away from your ears. You don't have to round forward as much as I am. You can come to whatever variation feels right for you today. So just letting go of what this shape has to be like, what it has to feel like, and see if you can find what would work for you and your body today. Come back to your breath. And as you begin to feel into this angry feeling, maybe you can allow yourself to see what some of the underlying emotions are. Maybe there's a fear of losing control, or an old wound. Maybe a feeling of not being important or feeling unloved. And can you allow yourself to see whatever emotion is beyond that anger? And perhaps take a few breaths here to find a little bit of compassion towards yourself. Gently press down into the floor. Lift your spine back upright, and we'll go ahead and take it over towards the left side. Turn your body to face your left leg, and then fold forward any amount that feels right for you, perhaps placing your forehead on a block or a couple of blocks if you need them a little bit higher. Trying to keep both sits bones rooted into the mat. Soften your shoulders. Allow your body to melt into this shape. Gently press down into the floor, bring your spine back upright, and we'll take our last folding variation here. Walk your hands forward. Once again, if this feels like enough, you can stay right here. Any amount is fine. Just take your shoulders away from your ears. If you want, you can use your hands here as a kickstand, or you can come down onto your forearms. Maybe lowering your forehead down onto your block once again. Playing around with the height of that block. And take as much time as you need to get settled into your shape. And once you do, resolve to be still. Give yourself this moment to continue observing, to continue being here with your experience, whatever that experience is. Allowing it all to be okay. Gently press into your hands, lift your spine back upright. Go ahead and remove your props off to the side. Bring your hands under your knees. And bending your knees, you can take your hands behind you and just take a moment here to windshield wiper them from side to side. Slowly come to stillness, and we'll come into our next posture. We're going to take a child's pose with a little bit of a twist here. So take your knees out wide, bring your big toes to touch. If you'd like, you can slide a blanket right in between your calves and thighs, or bring a blanket or pillow right in front. We're going to be folding forward here, and then from here, twisting the left arm underneath your right armpit, lowering your left ear down to the mat. You can either keep your right arm extending out in front of you or wrap it around your back for a little half bind, letting that hand dangle behind you or grabbing onto your left thigh. Let your belly drop, let your hips feel heavy. Soften through your arms and your shoulders. Come back to your breath in and out of your nose. Letting the tension leave your body with each exhale. With each inhale, allowing the softness to enter into even some of those tightest little spots in the body. And as you continue slipping into this surrender, can you take a moment to see your anger, see what new insight the situation has brought you? What new perspective can you take from this? Recognizing that this angry feeling has served some part of your growth. And now that it has served its purpose, it is okay to let it go. And to let that accumulated tension release from the body, coming back to your center, coming back into your aligned state. If you have your right arm wrapped around your back, slowly take it back to the top of your mat. Press down to lift yourself up, and we'll take it right into the other side. Thread your right arm underneath your left armpit, lowering your shoulder and your right ear down to the mat. You can keep your left arm extended or wrap it around your back for that half bind. Letting your body release into this shape. Take a moment to resolve to be still. And this time with each exhale, can you let go of any feelings of control, wanting to control others or wanting to control the situation or even wanting to control your anger? Can you let go of any need to control? Or perhaps allow yourself to forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive someone else. Finding that compassion towards yourself, towards others. If you have your left arm wrapped around your back, slowly take it back to the front of your mat. Press down to lift yourself up, and we'll make our way into our final resting pose. Extending your legs out in front of you. Take your arms by your side, palms pointing up. Let your knees knock out to the side. Letting go of any last little bit of tension. Releasing any last little bits of this angry feeling. Soften your breath. Soften your body. Come into this gentle rest. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll over onto your side. Curl up into a fetal position. And gently press yourself up into a comfortable seat. Bringing your hands to your knees or palms together in front of your heart, or taking a moment here to place your hands on top of your heart. Pause for a moment to notice the effects of this practice on your body, on your mind, and on this feeling of anger that you've been holding on to. We'll close our practice with a breath together. Take a deep inhale. Exhale it out. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. I hope this class has helped you to work through some of that angry feeling. It can be a good idea here to take a moment to journal about some of the things that came up for you during this class, with no judgment. Again, just once again, putting down onto paper what you felt, what came up, whatever your experience was, and allowing that whole experience to be a part of your journey, a part of your growth. So thank you again so much for joining me here on my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button or hit the like button to let me know if you enjoyed this class. Feel free to leave some comments below. And if you'd like to continue exploring other topics on emotions, self-growth, and all things yoga, I'd like to invite you to check out my online studio membership where I have tons of yin and vinyasa style classes. So check out the link below in the description box. I hope you'll join me there. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thanks again and have a wonderful day.